4 phases of learning for dogs. Many of you have heard me say this when I've come to do my in-homes with you, or if you've had the opportunity of listening to a group class that I've taught. The first phase is acquisition, which is acquiring a behavior. Dogs learn that putting the rear on the floor for sit, or laying with belly and elbows touching the floor for down, or standing up for stand, or coming near you when called is come here, or any other training scenarios that we might work on, can earn desired resources from people. Desired resources can be many things, such as treats, love, and affection from us, a meal, getting to come in or go out, or anything that a dog values. So the first phase is acquisition. Second phase is fluency. I actually don't like to pair a English word such as sit down or stand until I get the fluency with the behavior. Usually we start with luring and we kind of introduce them to watching our hands. However, fluency is the automatic performance of a behavior. So dogs learn through the practice and give at least 80% or better compliance to cues, which is a new word for command, in the training area. Dogs don't generalize well, so sit at home may not transfer to sit in the park or sit in the vet's office. So be fair about that. And with that in mind, work to practice in different areas. So the third phase of learning is generalization. Applying the behavior in different environments and distractions. When a puppy learns all the commands well in the practice training areas, your kitchen, your living room, whatever, we expand our training to other areas of the house, to the park, to different distractions around and in different contexts. Dogs literally have to be trained in each environment because they learn so specifically. I always recommend that in each new situation, find where your dog is successful and work from that point. You're going to have the peak performance in your home. So the backyard might be a little bit more fair than training in the front yard. If you're going to go to the park, don't go in the middle of a soccer game. Go when nobody's there to start with. And then gradually work up to the more distracting area or situation. The last phase of this is maintenance. Just like with us, if you don't use it, you will lose it. It's certainly the same with dogs. Practice should be kept up even after training sessions have been completed. This helps to keep your relationship with your dog at its best and your dog's reliability in tip-top shape. Plus, it's really cool to train your dog all the time. If you approach training as fun, they'll always want to do it. I literally have to separate my dogs when I'm training because they all want to get involved and they all want to be doing it at the same time. So I've done a really good job making training really fun for them. And my dogs are all seniors. So the dogs that you're seeing in the videos right now are all 8, 9, and 10 and a half. So they still love training. And it's a fun thing that we do. It keeps their brains sharp. So at any rate, that's the 4 phases of learning in dogs. All right, so carpet is the default area. Sit. Very easy to comply in here. Down. Good girl. Sit. Yep. Good girl. Very good. But then we're going to move into the kitchen. So we're going to do it again. Sit. Good girl. Down. Very good. And then we're going to move on to the cushy mat. Sit. Good girl. Down. Very good. Sit. Yep. Girl. And then we're going to go to a different carpet in front of the door, which is distracting. Sit. Good girl. No, get back up and sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Sit. Yep. Good girl. Very good. Okay, we're pretty good out here because we practice our sitting weights out here, but sit in the lanai, down. Good girl, sit. Good girl. Yep, come on. And we're gonna go out to the outside the door, sit. We're pretty good here because this is where we feed her, down. Good girl, sit. Girl. And then we're gonna go over here and let's find some grass. So we find some grass. Ready? Sit. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Sit. Right up here, come on. Yep. Good girl. Let's try that again. So our performance isn't quite as good because we don't very often practice down here. Down. Good girl. sit. Good girl, down. Good girl, sit. Yep. Right here. Hello. Okay. Introduce a new way for your dog to learn stuff is to help them to learn to do it with another dog. So, see, who's been in pretty good practice with all these videos. Can you sit, baby? Sit. Good girl. Okay, down. Good dogs. Sit. Good girl. Good boy. And so it's a little bit, oh good. Can you go down? He has to get in front. Good girl. Sit. Good. Down. Hello. And this is where the generalization can get kind of messed up because they both want the treat, and so it's a little bit more difficult. Down. Everybody down. There, that's much better. Very good. Sit. Very good. Excellent. Yep. Good. So in conclusion, when we're talking about the 4 phases of learning, be fair when you're teaching your puppies so that they can learn to generalize a little bit better. Generalization doesn't come easy to puppies. It comes easier to us than it comes to them, both puppies and dogs. So when you start training, make sure that you start in a low distraction area, very sterile, if you will, area to get them started so that they can learn the concept. And then as they get better and their compliance goes up, when you move into the fluency area, then that's when you want to start going on to the different surfaces. And I kind of show you an array of examples in my house where I can do different surfaces in different areas. We obviously go outside and go down the street too, but for the purposes of this video, this is all that I wanted to show today. But every time you go outside your primary training zone, please remember that your dog is not going to generalize well. So meet them where they're successful, even if it means bringing treats and luring them in to sit down and stand. You might have to retrain them in a new area. It might be weird on grass if they've never been in grass. It might be weird on the street. There's 1,000 scents coming their way that you have no idea about, that they can smell and you can't. So you don't know what's completely distracting them. Be fair. Don't have too high of expectations, and really work at getting them to perform in the different areas. Another trick can be too, if you go to an area that's just so distracting, working with a dog that's hungry is beneficial, and also using a higher value treats. In one of my other videos I talk about treat values, where kibble might be worth $5 an hour to a dog, cheese might be 10, and boiled liver might be $50 an hour. So keep that into consideration when you're working in a new area or a highly distractive area. Anyway, I hope you like my video. I hope that this is helpful in learning about generalization and the 4 phases of learning. And if you would please not mind liking and subscribing, it helps me to have likes on my videos. Thank you, and go do something really fun with your dog.